Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the February 3rd virtual meeting of Chatham's Historic Business District Commission. My name is Daniel Silver, and I am the current chairman. Hopefully, this meeting will unfold as follows. First, we'll have the Sarah Clark, the Central Permitting Coordinator, read the governor's directives concerning these virtual meetings, and then we'll do a roll call of the members who will be reviewing the applications this afternoon. And the first order of business will be the minutes, and once the minutes are reviewed, we'll go right on to the application. And when the clerk reads your application, we ask that you identify yourself, let us know that you're here, and give a brief synopsis of what your proposed project is, and then we'll go on to the comments from the commission. So, as I said, the first order of business will be the reading of the governor's directive, and Sarah Clark will do that, Central Permitting Coordinator. Sarah?
Please note that this meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone else is recording this meeting, please notify the chairman. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, General Law 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 23, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Historic Business District Commission is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, conference ID 968-228-980#. Despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide for real-time access, and we will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible.
Thank you, Sarah. As I said, now we'll move on to the minutes reviews, and those are the minutes of January 20th, 2021.
Mr. Chairman, we do need a roll call of the members.
Yes, we did. I'm sorry. Yeah. Keep on getting that one confused. So we'll do a roll call. You're absolutely right. Thank you for being there, Sarah. All right. So Darcy Sequin, Vice Chair.
Darcy Sequin is here.
Okay. Our clerk, Sam Stribert.
Sam Stribert is here.
Okay. Regular member, Robert Burns. Regular member, Robert Burns.
You're on
Bob,
mute.
you're muted.
You're a mute, Bob.
He's
Fix
not
your
speaking.
sound, Bob. Yeah.
Bob, do you have your sound?
Bob, sound.
I got knocked off for a minute. I'm here.
Okay, very good. All right. Then we'll go on to our first alternate, Doug Grattan,
Doug Grattan is here.
and our second alternate, Steve DuBois.
Steve DeBoer is here.
All right, we got a full crew. Excellent. Thank you, people. We got quite a heavy agenda here. So as I said, I'd like to get the minutes reviewed and approved, and those are of January 2nd, 20th, I'm sorry. Anybody have any comments? Amendments?
Doug Grattan would like to make a motion. We approve the minutes as presented.
Darcy
And those
Sequin
were-
will second the minutes, the motion.
Very good.
Sorry.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded, so we'll have a vote. Our vote now. Darcy,
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam,
Sam Stribert approves.
Robert,
Burns approves.
Doug,
Doug Grattan approves.
Steve,
Steve DeBoer approves.
Dan Silver approves as well. Very good. So those are out of the way. Sam, our first application this afternoon.
The first application is a sign, application number 21-005.
Oh, thank you. I'll replace this. Thank you.
If the shoe fits, care of C.C. Hadwar, application to replace the ground sign located at 442 Main Street. This application has been reviewed by the Central Permitting Coordinator, and she finds that the signs comply with the sign bylaw.
Very
This is-
good.
This is Darcy Sequin. I would like to do a section 21. CC and I are on a board of directors together.
Very good. So we have that recorded. Thank you, and noted. All right, do we have an applicant here, Sarah? We did.
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay, what can you tell us about your proposed change to the sign?
Well, we're changing the sign because we've only been here 3 years. We're going on our 4th summer. And over the course of those 3 felt that the sign, for some reason, made them think that it was a consignment store. And of course, that's the last thing we wanted. So we just wanted to clean the sign, make it a little more sophisticated, change the colorway, and make it cleaner. And keeping the same ladder form, the ground sign, just changing the font and the color.
Okay, what about the color changes? What can you tell us?
Well, you could see on the color photo that it was kind of a yellow and a royal blue with a little shadow. This is going to be a strictly white background with a clean navy color.
Okay,
with
that's simple.
with a clean font.
Very good. Excellent. Okay.
Thanks.
Let's see what the commission members think of this.
Okay.
Steve?
I think it's a good change. It looks, new sign looks good. It's a little bit easier to read also.
Doug?
I like the way it's presented. I have no questions.
Okay, Robert?
CC looks good. Good luck with the new sign.
Thank you.
Sam?
I think it'll be fine.
Darcy?
Yep, I think it looks great and it's classy looking and it certainly fits in with the rest of the neighborhood. I think it looks great.
Yeah, in some way, I think it's an improvement rather. All right, so do we have a motion?
Doug Grant will make a motion for application 21-005. If the shoe fits, care of C.C. Hadawar, application to replace the ground sign located at 442 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a seconded, so I'll go through the members again to see if there's any further comments or questions. Steve?
Steve has no further questions.
All right. Doug?
Doug has no further questions.
Okay. Robert?
Bob, no further questions.
Sam Stryber?
I have no further questions.
Darcy?
Darcy, no further questions.
And Dan Silva has no further questions, so we're ready to vote? All right, Steve?
Steve will vote to approve.
Doug?
Doug votes to approve.
All right, Robert?
Bob Burns approves.
Sam Stryber?
I approve. Sam Stryber approves.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin approves.
Dan Silva approves as well. Thank you, folks. Got through that very well. All right, Sam, now this is the test.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Can you shut off, mute your sound? Addition alteration, 21-003, Chatham Apartments, LLC. See care of E2 Solar Incorporated. Application to install 48 solar panels on the structure located at 1532 Main Street.
All right, Sarah, I think I see the gentleman.
Hi.
What can you tell us about the project?
It would entail 48 panels to be mounted on the south-facing roof, going almost edge to edge across the whole roof. The roof is a gray roof, and the panels would be all black. So that's a good example right there. We mocked up a photo of what it would look like.
Okay, very good. I think this is going to be straightforward. Let's find out what the commission members think. Steve, can we start with you again?
Yeah, no, I think it looks good. Is the grid black as well as the panel? So it just looks like a big sheet of black on the roof, correct?
Yes.
Okay. No, I have no further questions.
Okay, Doug Grattan?
Doug has no further questions.
Okay, Robert Burns?
Bob, no further questions.
Okay. Sam Stryver?
The only questions I have to do with the wiring that comes from the panel down to the basement, I guess. Do they go through the house or do they go on the outside?
So it would go into the attic and then come out the gable end on the west side. And it would go travel down the building somewhere close to where the service is connected from the transformer. There's a pole.
Is there a picture of this?
No, not. Well, maybe there. You can see there's a line running down already, but no, I don't have good detail on the proposal.
But would it be white and going roughly where that line is?
It would be gray, but
Gray.
roughly where that line is.
Well,
It would match the existing service line. The existing service line is gray.
okay.
We
Is
could paint it white.
is the building white?
It is.
Okay.
We could paint it white if that's a concern.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to make it go away. They should have painted the service line white. But, you know, Eversource doesn't listen to us. I don't know. I'll see what the others say. I think would you combine the two gray things? I mean, it's visible from the street, so that's why I'm concerned about it.
We couldn't combine the two, so we have to go down to the main electrical panel and connect to the service there, and the feed to the grid would stay the same.
Well, when I say combine it, I don't mean put it in the same coax. I mean put it together so that it looks like they belong together.
Yes.
Okay. All right, then the gray's okay because and the owner can paint it white if he wants to.
Okay, Sam?
Yes, that's the only question I had.
Darcy?
I was just wondering if you could run it down the roof line and just down that corner, instead of running it straight down from the top of the roof.
Definitely, we definitely
Right,
could.
yeah,
We
and then
can
down,
follow the trim,
right, there you go.
and even be on the north side probably.
Well, I think the south side is where you're gonna see it. I'm not so sure about the north side, but, you know, I would prefer to see it run down that roof line.
Okay. That's not a problem. We would just follow the trim, the rake on the roof. Yeah.
Great.
And we would probably pop out on the gable end as far down in the attic as we could, so maybe even halfway down the trim.
Okay, that would be good. Thank you. That's my own opinion, not everybody else's, so.
Okay, Dan Silva has no questions. Okay, at this point, do we have a motion?
Doug Grattan will make a motion for application 21-003, Chatham Apartments LLC, care of E2 Solar Inc., application to install 48 panels on the structure located at 1532 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Last chance for comments, questions. Steve?
I have no further questions.
Okay, Doug?
Doug has no further questions.
Okay, Robert Burns?
No further questions, Bob Burns.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin, nothing further.
Sam Stryver?
No further questions. Sam Stryver.
Dan Silva has no further questions. Ready to vote? All right, we'll start with Sam again.
Sam Stryver votes to approve.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin approves.
Robert Burns?
Burns approves.
Doug Grattan?
Doug Grattan approves.
Steve DeBoer?
Steve DeBoer approves.
Dan Silver approves as well. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I guess we're all set with that one. Sam, our next one.
Is demolition 21-006, Chatham Productions LLC. Application to demolish the structure located at 70 Depot Road.
All righty. Do we have the applicant here?
Hi, yes, this is Victoria Clark.
Hello, Victoria. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dan?
Well, thank you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear. So we are, we are back requesting after our pre-application conference that we held on January 6th, and we presented our conceptual plan for the 2 properties. We are, I guess I'll start with 70 Depot Road. We are requesting the demolition of 70 Depot Road so that we can subdivide the 2 properties, leaving the Monomoy Theater Building and Washington Taylor House on the 776 Main Street side, and create a 6-lot subdivision that would consist of 6 single-family homes that would only have a point of entry and exit through Depot Road.
Okay. Now, you're not proposing to put anything back in this place, right?
No. As of now, the plan we submitted that was the same preliminary subdivision shows, I believe, just the 6 lots. And obviously, this is subject to change with the planning board, which we have a meeting presenting our preliminary plan for the subdivision on February 22nd. So obviously, what the number of houses and the exact divisions of the 6 subdivisions is dependent upon what the planning board's feedback is. But as of currently, nothing would go exactly at the location of the structure on 70 Depot Road. So nothing would be at the front entrance of that area.
Okay, very good. And just to refresh everybody's memory, this is the building on Depot Street, Depot Road, that theoretically was an ice cream parlor at one time. And I know that we've all reviewed this, and we've been down and we did a site visit. So,
Mr. Chairman, this is Sarah. At the commission's discretion, would it be appropriate for the applicant to review the packet of potentially proposed items before we go into all of the applications for demolition, just so that way it could potentially get any of the questions that the board may have out of the way for
yes,
what may be replaced?
Thank you for reminding me, Sarah. Yes. So essentially, the applicant has put together a very nice package of the style of houses that are proposed to be built on this subdivision. So if we want to review those, I think it would be a great idea. Give us an idea of the architectural features in size.
So we're looking at a bunch of different single-family homes that are located in the historic business district, as we'll eventually scroll through. We picked out a few houses along Main Street, Hydrangea Lane, Kendrick Harvest Way, which we know are located in the H.B.D.C. and have similar styles and features that we are hoping to potentially put on these single-family homes. We were planning to do either Cape or Colonial Revival style homes with siding that would either be wood shingles, clapboards, or a combination of the 2. And obviously, the trim detail will have to be, and everything will have to be approved. We'll have to come back in front of the H.B.D.C, but these were just some of the concepts that we saw in town in the H.B.D.C on houses that we thought were attractive and potentially something that we could see putting as the exterior of these homes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I have to say that my packet was quite extensive, and I was very pleased with what I saw. but let's find out what the other members thought. Steve, I assume you got the same packet I did. Any
Yes,
comments about the architectural styles?
yes, I did. I looked all through it, actually reviewed it today before the meeting. You know, I guess I still have some reservations about demolishing these buildings before there's a definitive plan in place. I mean, you know, with going through the planning board and everything else, I know we got a very good, you know, conceptual description of what they expect to do, but we don't really know if any of this is even possible yet. So, and to me, it's almost like having the cart before the horse, and you know, we're going to demolish these buildings and then hope that we can build something in their place. I just would rather, I think, hear from the planning board, you know, and get their feedback on if any of this is even possible.
Staff does have a comment on that. Sarah?
So the town cannot dictate which order applications are reviewed in with any of the boards. I will say that the applicant will obviously need to go through the planning board process to have the lots established before they're able to come to the H.B.D.C for review and approval, because the lots need to obviously be in place before the board can approve whatever dwellings may be placed on the 6 of the lots.
So I did.
Steve, what we can do.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That explained it. I'm okay.
All right, Steve, I saw Craig's hand up. We'll get to Craig. What you can do, what the HBDC can do, if you want to push it, is that we could condition the demolition not be done prior to approval of the final design of the house that's going to be replaced. We're going to do that. We will be doing a review of the final structure, but that's about the only condition I can think of that we could do that to delay the demolition.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
But in this particular case, I don't think anything being proposed to go on that site, so I don't know what that would do. Craig, were you still there? I thought I saw you raise your hand. No?
Yeah, Dan, this is Greg.
Yep.
That's all we're asking. That's all we're looking for is just conditional. We're not going to take anything down until we bring it through the process, through planning and zoning, and then back to you. So this is just I thought we discussed it previously that this was just going to be conditional, a conditional demo. We are not going to take anything down at all until we go through the whole process. But it allows, when we get to the planning board, for them to see that there's no big roadblock to the process if they decide to approve a subdivision there. Okay.
I understand what you're saying, but just saying that wouldn't guarantee that, Craig. I understand it'd be simply in good faith at this point. So unless the approval is made today, there's no way for us to enforce it. So I don't think it'd be a holdup, because you'll still be getting the approval for the demo. It would just be conditioned.
Yeah.
Does that concern you?
Oh, no, hi, this is Victoria. Yes, no, that's just what he was trying to explain, that's what we expected. That's what we were under the impression would happen. We were under no impression that we would be allowed to take these buildings down without proposing the final subdivision with the final buildings, architectural plans, elevations, etc.
Okay. Well, as Sarah says, we can't condition, we can't condition it such that we require approval from any other board, so we would see it anyways. So, all right, Doug, do you have any comments?
No, I reviewed the package and the home styles, certainly, are within, the Chatham, and so I have no questions.
Okay, Robert Burns? You're muted again, Bob.
I was worried about background noise. I'm familiar with hydrangea and Kendrick harvest, and I like the style. So if that's the style, I think that would be very, very pleasing. I think those homes look about 3,000 square feet. Maybe the ones on Hydrangea a little bit bigger. The only other comment that I have is on 70 Depot. Would there be any interest if somebody came forward to move that, since it has a long history in the town, and it may be anecdotal, but would there be any interest in relocating that building to another property?
Hi, yes, this is Victoria. We would definitely, if someone was interested in relocating the structure, we would more than gladly work with them to help them do that.
Okay. No further.
Darcy?
Go ahead.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin, I have no questions, and I would be in favor of the demolition with the condition that you proposed.
Very good. All right, Sam Stryber?
I have the same feeling about these buildings, that they're ready for demolition or reuse if somebody wants to take them over. And so I don't have any problem as long as the condition that has been proposed is enacted. I do have one just sort of sideways question. How come you picked all eastward homes? It's almost like you called Bill up and said, "Son, send me some of your photographs."
There was no reason. It was just, we went down there and went through the district and looked at buildings that we felt were pleasing and fit in. So we did not conspire with anyone on selecting designs. Okay.
Okay.
That was Craig talking.
Yes.
All right.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Darcy Sequin? I've been there already, haven't I, Darcy?
Yep, I've been here already.
Okay.
I'm good.
No, as I said, I was very pleased with the photographs and the examples that you provided us. I'm surprised now there were so few comments about the building itself there. It's a shame to see it go, but I don't think the condition is worth saving, to be honest with you. I wish it were, and I think that it's going to be a big hole there, just a driveway, so that's unfortunate, but anyways, it is what it is. So I guess you understand that if a motion is to be made, that it be conditioned such that the demolition will not start until final approval. Well, there's no structure going on there, right? On this particular one.
Yes, there would be no
correct?
structure. Yes, that is correct.
So this would just be a straight demolition. All right.
Yes, it would be.
All right, Doug?
Doug Grant would like to make a motion for application number 21-006, Chatham Productions LLC, application to demolish a structure located at 70 Depot Road as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, a motion is made and seconded. Let's see if there's any further or last comments from the commission members. Steve Grattan?
You got me a little confused. I guess I have no other comments. Hopefully maybe there's even a salvage company that can come in. I don't know, people can salvage things that you would never think usable, doors and window sashes and flooring and siding. If hopefully we can get somebody, we can repurpose at least some of the materials that are in some of these buildings, but that's it.
All right, now we'll go to Doug.
No further questions with me.
Okay. Robert Burns?
Bob Burns, no further questions.
Sam Stryber?
Sam Stryber, no further questions.
All right, Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin, no further questions.
Dan Silva has no further questions, so we're ready to vote? All right, Darcy?
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Sam Stryber?
Sam Stryber in favor.
Bob Burns?
Bob Burns in favor.
Okay, Doug Grattan,
Doug Grattan in favor?
Steve DuBois,
Steve DeBoer is in favor.
Dan Silver is in favor as well. All right, so that does that one, Victoria. Greg, congratulations. All right, Sam.
So we have a 21007 Chatham Productions LLC application to demolish the shed structure located at 776 Main Street. In fact, all the next, this one and the next three are all buildings located at 76 Main Street.
Okay, but we're going to be doing one at a time, just for the record.
Okay.
All right, so we're on 21-007, right? And this is the shed. Victoria, Greg?
Hi, two quick things before I specifically go into this building. I know someone, I'm sorry, I forget who just mentioned possibly repurposing some of the elements and from these different structures that we're looking to demolish. And we actually have been in contact with two companies that are based on Cape Cod that actually specialize in repurposing some of this material. So I just wanted to let you know that that is something we are looking into, whether we could possibly repurpose them in either the homes or the Washington Taylor House and the theater as well, is something that we're exploring. But specifically the shed, where it is currently located, it runs along the kind of the outer side of the U driveway on the left-hand side of the property. Where that is currently, we do not plan to put anything in its place at the moment, because where we are hoping to subdivide the two properties, that would remain on the side where the Washington Taylor House and the Monomoy Theater is. And as of now, there is no plans to put anything in the location at where the shed is.
Okay, very good, thank you. Really, there's nothing going on this location. It's not part of any one of the parcels that you're proposing to build a house on?
No, this specific structure is not part of any of the parcels that a house would be subject to be built on. It's beside, it's a little too close to the Washington Taylor House for any of the structure, for it to be where one of the houses would be, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. All right, Darcy?
Darcy Sequin has no questions at this time.
All right, Sam Stryver?
No questions, Sam Stryver.
Robert Burns?
Bob Burns, no questions.
Okay, Doug Grattan?
Doug Grattan, no questions.
Steve DuBois?
Steve has no questions.
All right, and Victoria said that there's nothing going on that lot, right?
Yes, that is correct. Where we are planning on subdividing the property, the refreshment center and the shed would not be included in any of the subdivisions, whereas the apartment building and the scene shop, obviously we don't know exactly where the houses will be located, but those two buildings as they currently stand, eventually that land will be part of the subdivision.
Okay,
But
so the
shed and
situation,
refreshment center.
so the situation with this shed is the same as with the building up on Depot Street, 70 Depot Street, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay,
that is
very good.
correct.
All right. So do we have a motion?
Doug Grattan will make a motion for application 21-007, Chatham Productions LLC, application to demolish the shed structure located at 776 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Okay, further questions or last comments from the members, board members? Steve DuBois?
I have no further questions.
Doug Grattan?
Doug has no further questions.
Robert Burns?
No further questions, Bob Burns.
Sam Stryver?
Sam Stryver, no further questions.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin, no further questions.
Dan Silver has no further questions. All right, ready to vote? All right, Darcy?
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Sam Stryver?
Sam Stryver in favor.
Robert Burns?
Bob Burns in favor.
Doug Grattan,
Doug Grattan in favor.
Steve DuBois,
Steve DeBoer is in favor.
Dan Silver's in favor as well. Very good. That's 2 down, folks. Sam?
Thank you.
Application number 21-008, Chatham Productions LLC. Application to demolish the refreshment center located at 776 Main Street.
All right, Greg and Victoria?
So similar to the shed where the refreshment center is located, it is not going to be a part of any subdivision. It is right off of the theater building. So as of this moment, nothing would be going in its place. And in the future, we're planning on keeping it empty, as there would be no structure going up to replace the refreshment center.
Alrighty. Huh. So where are you going to put all these buildings? All right. Do we have a motion?
Doug Graham will make a motion for application 21-008, Chatham Productions LLC, application to demolish the refreshment center located at 776 Main Street.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Further and last comments or questions from the commission members? Steve DuBois,
Steve has no question. I have no questions.
Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan, no questions.
All right, Robert Burns,
Bob Burns, no questions.
Sam Stryver,
Sam Strybert has no further questions.
Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin, no questions.
Okay, and Dan Silva still only has the same question. Where are all the houses going? All right. Okay, ready to vote? All right, Darcy,
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Sam Stryver,
Sam Strybert in favor.
Robert Burns.
Bob Burns in favor.
Okay, Doug Grattan,
Doug Grattan in favor.
Steve DuBois,
And Steve DeBoer is in favor.
Dan Silva's in favor as well. All right, Sam?
Application 21-009, Chatham Productions LLC. Application to demolish the scene shop located at 776 Main Street.
So for this structure, while obviously the subdivision is in its preliminary stages, where this structure is located, it will be a subdivision. So there is the possibility that part of the house could be on this land, but as right now, it's too preliminary to determine exactly where the houses will go. But on the preliminary subdivision that was included in the packet, the drawing, it shows the breakdown of the 6 lots, and it shows that the scene shop's current location is in one of the subdivisions.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to start with Steve. Steve, do you have the same concern that you had before?
Well, yeah, and and this is one of the buildings that may be subject to some salvage material. I think that the previous 2 probably did not, but there might be something in here that somebody could use. And other than that, I have no other questions or concerns.
All right, Doug Grattan?
I have no questions, concerns. I understand the structure's in pretty rough shape, so.
Okay, Robert Burns?
Bob Burns, no questions.
Okay, Sam Stryver,
No further questions from Sam Strybert.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin, no questions.
I just have one. So again, Victoria, what you said, the new house might be partially in the same area as this?
Yes, one of the lots, if Sarah could potentially pull up the subdivision that we provided, I could point out which area it is. It's hard to tell, but the lot that is labeled lot number 4 is in the general vicinity of where the current scene shop is. So on this drawing, it's hard because it's not exact. I don't have the two buildings overlapped.
They don't know the other.
From our drawings with that are to scale with them overimposed, they would not overlap, but it is part of the lot that is lot 4, if that helps.
All right, well, I know we'll be reviewing the structure, and if there are anything like the photographs on these. All right, very good. All right, do we have a motion?
Doug Graham will make a motion for application 21-009, Chatham Productions LLC, application to demolish the scene shop located at 776 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, a motion been made and seconded. Let's find out if there's any last comments, suggestions or anything, questions rather. All right, Steve.
I have no further questions.
Doug Grattan,
Doug has no further questions.
Bob Burns.
No further questions, Bob Burns.
Okay, Sam Strybert,
Sam Strybert has no further questions.
Darcy Sequin,
Darcy Sequin, nothing further.
Dan Silva hasn't got any further questions either. All right, ready to vote? All right, Darcy.
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Okay, Sam Strybert,
Sam Strybert in favor.
Bob Burns,
Bob Burns in favor.
Doug Grattan,
Doug Grattan in favor.
Steve DuBois.
Steve DeBoer in favor.
Okay, and I'm in favor as well. Very good. Thank you. All right, Sam.
The next application is 21-010, application Productions LLC, application to demolish the apartment located at 776 Main Street.
So similar to the scene shop, this specific structure is currently located in what would eventually become 2 of the lots. It falls on the border between lots 5 and 6 on the current subdivision we have proposed. So it would be in an area with the potential, due to different constraints, that the possibility of a house or part of a house could be on a piece of what is the current area that is this structure. But again, it will be it's kind of on the subdivision where it's located on our plan that I have. That's to scale that has them overlaid. It would be between 5 and 6.
Thank you very much, Victoria. Okay. Steve DuBois.
I have no further or any questions or comments.
Okay, Doug Grattan.
I have no further questions.
All right, Robert Burns.
Bob Burns, no further questions.
All right, Sam Strybert.
Sam Strybert, no further questions.
Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin, no further questions.
Okay, then, do we have a motion?
Doug Graham will make a motion for application 21-010, Chatham Productions LLC, application to demolish the apartment located at 776 Main Street.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further question or comments? Steve DuBois.
No, I have no further comments.
Doug Grattan.
Doug, no further comments.
Robert Burns.
Bob Burns, no further questions.
Sam Strybert.
Sam Strybert, no further questions.
Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin, no further questions.
Okay, I just have a couple of comments. I'm sad to see this go. People put a lot of work in this to get it into that area back when, and they thought it was worth saving. But unfortunately, I don't think that the building style lends itself to what's being proposed to be built there. I think the other buildings have a much nicer, much more appealing design, but time passes on. So anyways, that's it. All right, ready to vote? Darcy?
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Sam Strybert?
Sam Strybert in favor.
Robert Burns?
Bob Burns in favor.
Steve DuBois?
Steve DeBoer in favor.
Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan's in favor.
All right, that leaves me. Well, I'm just going to, I'll be in favor. I'll follow you folks. Dan Silver in favor. I was just going to hold back, it wouldn't change anything, but anyways, okay. Dan Silver in favor. All right, folks. Very good. We got through that. Okay.
We should thank the,
folks.
yeah, congratulations to the applicants.
All right.
Thank you so
for
much.
working
We really
with us. We
appreciate.
hope to see you in the future. All right.
Yes. You definitely will. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys helping us and working with us on this.
Okay.
Thank you. Sam.
Administrative approval exemption. 21-004, Town of Chatham, application for administrative approval to replace the roof on the structure located at 564 Main Street.
All right, who looked at this one?
Bob Burns looked at it.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yes,
Okay, very good.
this was approved by Darcy and Bob. The town is proposing to replace the slate roofing in like kind, and up on the screen you'll see a photograph of what the proposed slate will be, and it is the same color as what is existing on the structure, or as close as humanly possible.
Finally being done?
This is the Eldridge Public Library. We have different profiles of how it's going to be installed. And the town has been working diligently through Terry Whalen, who is the coordinator of this project, to get the slate roofing replaced on this structure.
Very good. I still have a hammer for that and a bucket of nails for it too. They're special nails. I know you're laughing, but they're like asphalt nails, but they have a lead ring on them to keep cracking the slate. Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I will tell the commission members that Terry did actually provide us with hard samples of the slate.
Yep.
However, because we're not in our standard platform of being, at a table where we can hand materials around, this is the best we could do for the time being.
Oh, that's great. Okay. All right.
Well, I'm familiar with Vermont Slate, and they're very high quality company. They give a lot of about how installations are taking place so that to preserve the lifetime of the roof. So I think they're in good hands.
Thank you, Sam. Any other comments? No. All right. Is there a motion to approve or ratify the?
Doug Grattan will make a motion for application 21-004, Town of Chatham, application for administrative approval to replace the roof on a structure located at 564 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. Further comments or questions from the members? Steve? Boy?
Steve has no further questions.
Doug Grattan?
Doug has no further questions.
Bob Burns?
Bob Burns, no further questions.
Sam Stryver?
Sam Stryver, no further questions.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin, no further questions.
Dan Silver has no further questions. Ready to vote? Steve DuBois?
Steve DeBoer votes to approve.
Doug Grattan?
Doug Grattan votes to approve.
Bob Burns?
Bob Burns approves.
Sam Stryver?
Sam Stryver votes to approve.
Darcy Sequin?
Darcy Sequin votes to approve.
Dan Silver votes to approve. Very good. All right. And is there anybody in the public that would like to make a comment? 4, 3, 2, 1. Apparently not. All right, Sarah, anything you can tell us about the next meeting?
It will be a fairly hefty agenda with several signs and a few other applications. I believe we're upwards of 6 new applications for the next agenda.
All right, very good. Sarah, I just want to publicly thank you for all the work you put behind these meetings to coordinate them and, add as much information as possible for us. Appreciate that.
Well,
I
we
agree.
will, thank you very much. It's just part of what we do. I will tell you that we're going to aim to have our packets out to you no later than the morning of February 12th, so you have ample time to review all of the materials and do your site visits prior to the meeting on the 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think Darcy had something to say.
No, I said thank you.
Oh, no, I thought you were in the process of making a motion.
Oh, I move to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Steve DeVoy,
Steve DeBoer approves or votes to adjourn.
Doug Grattan,
Doug approves.
Bob Burns,
Bob Burns approves.
Dan Stryver,
Sam Stryver approves.
Darcy Sequin,
Darcy Sequin approves.
Dan Silver approves as well. Thank you so much.
We
Good
are
night,
officially
everybody.
adjourned at 5:22 p.m.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.